Hello everyone, welcome back to Detective Grimoire. We're just about to finish up this. I have everybody's hints and clues, and I've gotten... I guess I don't have all the clues. Or I should go back. I need to go back and ask everyone about this wind-up toy, and that'll finish that up. And then also, for the notes, let me just check and see where I'm missing. It's this area is what I'm missing.
I'm impressed someone
But I don't know what the number would be.
It's a piece.
So...
Looks like this pen. I
have a feeling that it's in here.
I'm impressed It's Echo's tent. I think he's been here for a while.
See. So... let's make sure everybody's seen these clues.
Oh?
Okay, there's nothing there. He's done.
I don't really have time to be...
And he's done. I'm gonna go back up in here. I think I have this whole area. Yes. So we're gonna go back into here. And I have this whole area too. So I'm guessing I'm done in here. I'm done here. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, okay, no, I wanted something about numbers on the other side of this thing. That's the only place I've ever even heard of numbers on this thing.
Remington's desk. It's all an ink bottle. Yeesh. Perhaps there's some.
It says numbers on the
Vincent Van. There's a couple of numbers scribbled on the back.
but I can't
Vincent Van. There's a couple of numbers scribbled on the back.
get to the opposite side of that.
It's the hand Richard. Where war send word the letter, and it's some kind of the whole thing. It's a letter before my dear.
Yeah.
I've owed you.
So I thought that might have the
Vincent
numbers
Van.
to
There's
the
a couple of.
tent, but I can't seem to get into it, so I don't know how to get into the tent area. And this place was all good. Museum. Just make sure. Okay.
So,
And him.
a good example of how Boggy's feet are never shown in any form. They often use that little red bucket to hide them.
Okay. So that's done. Ah, that was the last clue that I needed. And the last one is in here. No. To find notes, it's these two. I need to go to the protest area. Everything else is 100%. It's in this protest area, but I have no idea what I need to
Looks like this path. Looks like this. Looks like this path leads towards the northwest corner of I'm impressed, and it's a piece. It should.
I wouldn't know.
That's where I need to go. I can switch to walk mode with the button. Oh, and I can turn off those sparkly hits.
You finally returned. Well, did you find the swamp creature? Where is he?
I forgot all about him.
Well, that was not the right answer.
On our trees.
You finally returned.
I didn't find him.
What? You're not getting paid to wander about aimlessly, Grimoire. Get back out there.
This can't be solved. I'll keep looking for him. I don't need to.
I don't need to.
Final chapter, Boggy's criminal record. Continue.
Why not? I thought he was our prime suspect.
Well, not anymore.
Didn't you find photographic evidence of Boggy from last night? Let me see that photo. If that's not Boggy, what is it?
I found designs for the costume in a trash can. Not only that, I collected all the pieces of the costume myself. Well, nearly all of them. There's still the one that...
But the footprints at the scene of the crime! How can you prove these don't belong to a real creature?
How did I do that?
What's this? I thought there were no records of a footprint anywhere.
No public records. The footprints at the crime scene don't match the ones on this page. They were just a product of these slippers. A part of the costume.
But Grimoire, this costume, it doesn't have claws of any kind. How do you explain the 3 wounds on the victim's chest?
The prongs match up with the wounds perfectly. The handle's even covered in slime, see?
But this swamp slime was one of the reasons Boggy became a suspect in the first place. Surely this only incriminates the creature further.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? But that slime, it's not exactly what you think. This stuff is an uncanny resemblance to the so-called swamp slime. A bunch of it was stolen from the storeroom of the cafe, which reminds me.
What is that exactly?
A poisoned hot dog. It's the second reason that the murderer broke into the storeroom. He put this green powder on the entire supply, just to make sure.
To make sure of what?
To make sure Remington got ill and had to return to his office, to make sure no one would eat at the cafe ever again, to make sure everyone in the swamp would be poisoned. So he returned
To
to his
make sure
office.
Remington got ill and had to return to his office.
Remington went back to his office? Alone?
The murder.
I've been looking through your evidence, Grimoire. One piece in particular seems critical to me. I think we need to work
The
out.
video footage? Vincent Vanderpeer filmed it last night, at the exact moment of the murder, I believe.
Well, exactly. I think we can both agree these sounds in the background. They're essential in our mystery. Could you talk me through them? Just rearrange the descriptions on the left to match the sounds on the right.
Okay.
Drag them around and keep swapping until you're happy with the order. And if you want to hear the sounds again, you can tap on them.
No problem. I can always check my case file if I want to go over my notes.
Let's see. Blast, clang. Yeah. Outcry. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Ripping, I know that. There.
I think that's it.
Ah, excellent. There's just 2 small details bothering me. First of all, If Remington ripped off a piece of his curtains, why wasn't it found at the crime scene? What happened to it?
Turns out the murderer took that piece of fabric and concealed it inside the head of the costume. Then he fled the crime scene to hide all the parts in different areas of the swamp.
Ah, well, that's my problem. If Remington fired his rifle, how did the assailants survive and manage to escape? Did Remington miss his target?
At point blank? A man of his experience? I don't think so. In fact, the answer to that question is the very last link in our chain. The one thing that has eluded me so far. I'll drag the clue items from the left onto my drawing here, and we'll see what happens when we compare the pieces I collected with the original design I found.
Wait! You never found the body piece! The torso!
You're right, and I never would have found it. Not lying around. Not like the others.
I think it's this guy. I think it's Echo.
But what does this have to do with the murderer surviving the rifle shot?
This torso is probably made up of some thick material. Something covering the culprit's entire upper body.
To soften the impact from a bullet! Aha!
Exactly.
Well, let's put your theory to the test. Where is that last piece of the costume?
In the tent that I can't get into, right?
But how? We looked everywhere. Not a single clue.
Simple. He's still wearing it.
Ooh, I am right.
I don't know what you want with me. Sounds like you two were smart enough to uncover the real criminal in this swamp, and lucky enough to have somebody else deal with him for you. You worked it out. He had his rifle on him. He got half a glance at me and pulled the trigger without hesitation.
But why would he do that? You were dressed as Buggy. He shouldn't be pointing his gun at a unique scientific specimen, not to mention his main attraction.
You're right. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense, does it? Not unless you're in on the secret. Our police file forgot to tell me that Richard Remington was here to hunt Boggy. Oh, that doesn't make sense, does it?
Yes, it does.
The hunting photo leads me to believe Richard Remington was here to hunt Boggy.
Final chapter, The Hunter and the Hunted.
A secret society, an order of hunters, seeking out mysterious and elusive creatures.
The order goes further than this one man, and much further than this one swamp.
The whole thing is kind of distressing. I knew something was wrong as soon as I stepped into that office.
I'm glad you've finally come around. It's not just
But what about Remington? He was a member of this order?
He made Boggy his own personal project, his own obsession. For years he hunted the creature, the potential perfect addition to his collection.
But he owned the tourist attraction. He set it up himself, didn't he?
He did. It was just his way of forming a legal loophole, Since the area became protected, he and his friends were unable to come here for hunting anymore. Boggy's Bog was just a front for his own little game. A man pursuing a creature.
A creature that might not even exist.
And that's why Remington kept a rifle nearby at all times?
Well, exactly. He didn't want to take any chances.
Now, don't you see? I did this place a service. Did Boggy a service. That creature, he can live in peace again.
Can he? You tried to frame him for murder. You wanted everyone to think he was some kind of ruthless predator?
Well, think about it. Once he became suspected of murder, they'd have no choice but to shut this whole place down. Everyone would finally realize they had no business here.
But he's not a killer. You didn't have the right. How can you know what Boggy wanted?
But he's not a killer. You're the one who... You're...
Detective,
You. It's
finished. Well, don't be angry. You should be glad. It's finally time to leave the swamp. You have another job to do.
I don't know.
Not that it makes any difference to somebody like you, but I never intended to kill him. Just to scare him. Convince him Boggy wasn't going to let him live here in peace any longer. But, true to form, he had his rifle on him. You worked out the rest yourself.
You're right, it doesn't make any difference. It makes a difference.
You're right. It doesn't make any difference.
Well, Mr. Everstone, I'm afraid you'll still have to come with us. Fortunately, there's a police station just a few miles down the...
Hey, wait!
Aha! Looks like you solved more than one mystery tonight.
Detective Grimoire, Secret of the Swamp. Yay! And there you go. I like that. Very, very cute. I like the minimalistic artistic style on this. That's very cute. So, there you go. I was right with it being Echo. And there you have it, Detective Grimoire. Grimoire?
Well, what did they decide to do?
We had Mr. Everstone questioned. He was happy to tell us everything he knew. A number of rumors going around the department have been confirmed.
And Remington's office?
Searched down to the last detail. And well, we agree with you, but I know what you're thinking. I'd love to put an end to it, just the same as you. But there's always...
Are we going after them?
We'd better be.
Very interesting. And let's see if I got all the achievements. Intruder alert, I didn't get that one. I didn't get these two. That's okay, it was good. I liked it. Alright, and there you go. Thank you for watching. Okay, so this is a little tag on the end. I wanted to complete this as much as possible. I only have 3 more achievements that I had to do. So let's go ahead and do the first achievement to get that. Was to put everybody
Not
as
suspicious. Not suspicious.
suspicious.
Not suspicious. Not suspicious. Not suspicious. Not suspicious.
So he's suspicious. He's not suspicious.
Not suspicious. Not suspicious. Not suspicious. Not suspicious. Not suspicious. Not suspicious. Not suspicious. Not suspicious. Not suspicious. Not suspicious. Not suspicious. Not suspicious. Not suspicious. Not suspicious.
Oh?
Not suspicious. Not suspicious. Suspicious. Not suspicious. Not suspicious. Not suspicious.
Wait, there, I got her.
Not suspicious.
Whoops, I wasn't
So-
done with him.
Not suspicious. Not suspicious. Not suspicious. Not suspicious. Not suspicious. Not suspicious. Not suspicious.
And that's it. That should have given me a thing, but that's okay. Yeah, there we go. Due diligence.
No
Okay.
clue.
And then...
These flower petals seem a little out of place, lying on the ground over there. I'm impressed, and it's a cup piece.
So it's gonna be 19... 34. That was the date that the Boggy cartoon started, and it's because of his love of Boggy cartoons that he's always said that he's loved it and everything, and it's whatever. So that's what he did, is put it down as his padlock.
It's a journal. I guess it belongs to Echo. Bad news. Remington is dead. I don't know what to do. Was my whole protest in vain? They'll shut this place down, sure, but I'll never know if I got through to him. That's all he's written.
And there we go. That unlocks everything. I got 100%, and I got the 6 of salutes, and I got all the achievements. So that's 100%. And there you go.